You want to do a panning thing where you're panning back and forth?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah. Just look at this guy. I mean, that's artistic right
That's
there.
great. Yeah, I can get all that.
Just focus on him.
Pre-game ritual.
I guess there it is.
All right.
Tell me when.
What's your name?
Morgan.
Morgan. What's your last name?
Murderface.
Murderfest?
Murderface.
Murderface? Derek.
Say your real name.
Have you met Morgan Murderface?
No, I have not.
Oh, here she is.
Derek.
Hi, I'm Murderface.
Murderface. Murderface.
Okay.
Are you from the Westlake Murderfaces family?
No,
okay.
On the East Coast.
Okay.
Hey, this is Morgan Murderface for ATX Music Mag. I'm here with Joe Escalante and Warren Fitzgerald from the Vandals. We're in Austin, Texas right now. How do you guys feel about Austin?
Feel pretty good.
It's a great city ruined by a biker convention.
Yes, y'all had perfect timing. That was just for
Tell
you.
those assholes to go die.
I will do that, I promise.
Block it, whatever you do. Murder faces.
Yeah, the bikers are...
Murderface, all the bikers.
They'll probably go die rather than kill you. That's probably what they'll do.
Yeah, they'll take care of it themselves.
They're rapists, you know.
All the movies prove it.
Every biker, fact.
Yeah, it's a fact, for sure. So y'all were just in Dallas. You played a music and tattoo festival.
We all were. Going to be tomorrow.
Tomorrow, going to be tomorrow.
We just got back in our time machine, but it is for you.
It was
For you, it's tomorrow. For you, it's tomorrow. It's done.
to be celebrated tomorrow.
Yeah, we did an encore.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to enjoying it again.
I want to know who has tattoos. Any of y'all have them?
Hello.
You're clean.
Get out your magnifying glass.
No one in our band has a tattoo.
None.
Or a piercing. And it's not purposeful. It just, that's how it just happened. No one ever, like, I think the band is so hypercritical of each other because it's been playing in this band, all the same 4 members for like 25 years, that if anyone got a tattoo, they'd be so in fear of what the other member would say that they would just never do it.
I just know the mistakes I make in my life. Like,
That you don't have to be
I'd rather
reminded of
keep
every
them in.
day.
Yeah, and they're so much bigger than any tattoo could ever be. You know what I mean? I'd have to have extra body to cover the fucking amount of tragic choices I make. So.
But tonight we're featuring Derek Grant, the Alkaline.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, he actually.
He not only has tattoos, he has a Vandals tattoo.
Does he?
Yeah.
I will go get a Vandals tattoo tonight.
I don't think you can see this. Morgan Furterface?
Yeah.
I do have like on my tooth, and I have a couple tooth tattoos.
Oh my god, that's true. Holy shit.
This one I got in prison, so it doesn't look that good. But there's a couple other ones that, you know, I got.
That's very impressive. I didn't know.
This one's an Oliver Peck.
Tattooing was a thing. Is it? What? No, that's. I saw it.
Kat Von D. But actually, the true story, Kat Von D stuck her finger in there.
She stuck her finger in her mouth. That's exciting.
I have AIDS.
I'm sorry about that. So, you two started Kung Fu Records 2000. What was the motivation behind that?
Do you remember what happened? Why did we do that?
It was a
Started Jelly
motivational
Bean.
speaker, actually.
Oh yeah.
The first.
Yes, it was Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. We went to we met each other at a Tony Robbins.
He said, well, why don't you pull your talents? And then we realized that it was a fucking dead pull of fucking no talent. So.
Actually, I was playing poker with Fat Mike one day, and he kept saying, with this big pile of money in front of him, and he was like, Joe, how would you like to have all of this? Start a record label. And it's a true story. He just kept talking about how much money he makes at the record label, and I'm like, well, since I'm the one that told you about punk rock anyway, and you have a big pile of money in your chips, and I don't have any, maybe I should get a pile of money.
Right, that's only fair.
It's only fair. So and then we had a lot of people that were like...
You were playing poker and he was bluffing you. He was lying.
Yeah, he totally bluffed me. But that was like, I mean, of course I knew that you can have a record label. I mean, look at that. We signed this band, our first record we signed to Epitaph when they were just 4 idiots, you know, and with one Bad Religion single out or whatever. And they were no... obviously, I knew about it, but I didn't want to have a record label. And then, but over time, I don't know, they just wore me down. And then Warren became a good producer. So we go, hey, Warren produces records.
Good for you.
And he produces records, and then we have this band. We take bands on tour. Why not have a record label?
Right.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna throw one in there real quick. Don't you feel like you kind of like cornered the market? I mean, Bad Religion has a label. You have a label. NoFX has a label. It's like you know, Rise Against has their label. Like it's kind of like you guys kind of cornered the market in this in the scene almost. You know.
Well, I'm trying to.
I'm rat.
Yeah, I've cornered Rat. Yeah, thank you for bailing me out of that.
You're welcome.
So you have many talents. You're a drummer, bassist, radio show host, matador, lawyer. How have you managed to juggle your education and special interests and keep the band going all these years?
Well, the band that goes. I mean, is it really going? Let's be honest. Number one.
The trick is half-assing everything.
Yeah, it is. If you have everything, you can add 3 or 4 new things to what you do. You know, and I don't recommend it. I'm not recommending this half-ass approach to anybody because why not just be good at one thing?
Sure.
That's my advice. Be good at one thing. To you young people.
Speaking of which, 2004 was your last record release.
Oh, you want new records?
Hollywood Potato Chip. We're waiting.
Yeah, we have some. We record a lot of stuff, but you know.
I got some song titles.
You've got some stuff going on and
It's song titles.
Yeah.
So the song titles first, right?
That's bad for you right now.
The song titles are the hardest part.
Okay. Can we hear a few?
Oh, sure. Stop kicking my heart in the balls. It's the first one I came up with.
Sounds like a hit.
And then the other one is, fine, you're paying for my funeral. And
That is perfect.
let me see. Yep, that's the B-side. So, yeah, a few others that I won't share right now because I don't want them ripped off. I need to write them down and mail them to myself to prove that I wrote them, like lunatics do.
So you, are you going to do a back bend on stage tonight? Are you warming up
Am I gonna do what?
for the back bend? Contortionist.
Oh no, this is like if I don't do it, if I don't unfuck my neck before we play, then it's worse tomorrow. This is preemptive. Yeah, I'm unfucking myself because this is what you're witnessing. Yes.
If he doesn't keep that body in top shape, he gets kicked out of the Blue Man Group.
It's a temple of sorts.
So can you still do that?
Can I still do what? Sorry.
The back bend. The plates behind your back.
the contortion kind of things. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah,
Oh, those are still in your pocket.
so to speak. Yes. No, I can do things. It's just a matter of will, really.
As it all is. So
As most things are.
y'all were like a thing on the X-Files. I'm curious as to why. Like, how did that come about?
Why is the big question? Joe, why don't you feel the why?
Okay, Chris Carter, the creator of the X-Files, was looking for a band that wouldn't mind if the character who is a murderer he wanted him to like some band and he was obsessed with one band, or that was part of his personality as one band. But who wants to be the band of the murderer?
Sponsoring the cereal.
Yeah, and so he asked me if we would mind. if we, you know, he says, and this guy is gonna be a bad person, but he's like
He's a villain.
he's a villain, but he's got the Vandals in his head all the time. Does that bother you guys? And I'm like, no, I don't care.
Well, it's like Slayer. They have the number one, the top band of children killers. Children that kill.
Their
Children
fan
kill.
base murders
Yeah, Slayer
children.
wins
Okay.
statistically.
Well, you should work on that.
No, I mean it's a very envious position to be in. So,
We're just at number 2.
yeah, we're in the low teens.
Hopefully more of that soon.
So yeah, that was really, it's hard to license music, and then you got to get the record label in on it. You got to get everybody like, okay, this is a murderer. I think now it would be, any band would do it. You have new TV shows like Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
and where villains are okay.
Anti-heroes.
The anti-heroes, Bad Lieutenant, you know, that whole syndrome. But back then, that was unheard of to have a villain be something that would be a likable character.
Right.
And so they couldn't find anyone that would go for that. But we went for it. Yeah, because we also love the X-Files.
Yeah, me too. I synced it.
And the X Games. Anything extreme,
What
including sports drinks.
was that about the X Games again?
The X Games. Yeah, that's a real thing, right?
Next year, right? You guys are playing at Austin X Games?
Yeah, and the World Cup, is that an event also? I'm a fan of that. I don't know. I hate sports. I like sports drinks, though.
I like sports bras.
Sports bras, yes. They're
I think girls look really good in sports bras.
They look,
Isn't that what Selena wore?
they're flattering. Yeah, she's from Austin, right?
No, she's from Corpus, yeah.
Corpus. Ironically, yeah.
Como me duele. Oh, como me duele.
Why didn't Keanu Reeves become a permanent member of the
Good
band?
question. Why didn't Keanu Reeves become a permanent member of the band?
Oh, okay, I can answer that. Because Keanu played bass with us one night on New Year's Eve when Joe wasn't there. And he didn't want to be photographed with my naked penis anymore. Like, that was a real deal breaker for him. It really wasn't good for his career, he decided at that
So
point.
he was the one that was like, no thanks.
He was amused, but
Like,
saw
thanks
the
for
consequences. He saw the writing on the wall, so he had to back out.
So who takes the cake, Warren or he who cannot be named?
Oh, this was, I don't think he who cannot be named was ever naked in the same room with Keanu Reeves. So I think I win.
Sick burn. Sick burn.
You're doing a great job. Do y'all have any sort of advice or insight for local, aspiring musicians who maybe are doing something kind of different in the live music capital of the world?
Yes.
Yes.
If what you're doing hinges on what someone else is saying, you're fucked. Knock it off. If you can be talked out of it, it's over. And if I can't talk you out of it and it's terrible, you're screwed anyway. So really, there's no advice that really makes any difference. It's use your inner moral compass, artistic compass, or shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? One of the two. It's that simple. There is no advice. There's no. What's the thing Indiana Jones was looking for? Not the Ark, the other one. What's the thing Christ dragged for?
The Holy Grail.
The Temple of Judah. No, what's the golden what?
The Last Crusade.
No, the Holy
no,
Grail. The Holy Grail.
Oh, there's no Holy Grail here. Right.
Okay,
There's no
all right.
artistic Holy Grail. If you're looking for it, you haven't found. You're never gonna find it. It's inside you.
Well, I want to thank you guys for your time. You guys have been a huge musical
Thank you,
inspiration for me.
Morgan Murderface.
Yeah, that's the name.
I won't ever forget that name.
Good. Well, I'm glad. I'll never forget you guys.
I'll never forget you.
It's the big bucket list check off for
Stay
me.
gold.
So, Tony Boy. We'll do. Okay.
But on a happy note.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh wait, let me do a transition out of this.
All right, yeah, exactly.
Coming up.
This is Joe Escalante from the Vandals, and now this.
All right, Warren, hey, you got to top Joe right there, man.
This is Warren, and that was the other thing. Now it's us.